Well, good morning. Happy Monday. I'm really enjoying these Monday walks as I go live on Instagram. And I'm really hoping that it will catch on. You guys will jump on and ask questions about anything you want, really. Nothing's off the table. I will answer questions about anything. But today, I was thinking I would talk about holidays because holidays can get stressful. And we just had Easter, which was so awesome, but there's a lot to do on Easter, right? Usually one of the parents is busier than the other one, and you're running around and you're trying to put Easter baskets together for the kids. You're working on Easter dinner. You're trying to make it spiritual and focus on the things that are really important. And I remember early in my marriage, that was always me, right? And I would be like huffing and puffing and like, trying to do everything in the kitchen. And eventually I would get frustrated because I felt like I was the only one doing anything. And I'd start slamming things around and I was sweating, and I would hope that my husband would just notice that I was super frustrated and come in and offer to help. Well, yesterday was Easter, and one of the first things my husband said to me was, "How can I help with dinner?" Now, I assure you that is not because I was huffing and puffing in the kitchen doing the things I was doing. It's been 20 years now since I used to do that, right? And I've learned a few things. And over the years, as we have been working together to create traditions for our family, I have had to make a lot of requests. So instead of just hoping that my husband would notice that I was frustrated and like doing all the things and that I needed his help, I started asking. And so today on our walk, I wanted to talk a little bit about how you ask for the things that you want in a way that's most likely going to get you more of what you want and what you need in your relationship. So number one, this works best if you can think of it beforehand. So if you can, the day before, like a big holiday or something, or, when you might need something, if you can go to your partner and say, "Hey, is this a good time to chat about, tomorrow, the busyness of tomorrow and all the things that need to get done?" And hopefully your partner will say yes, or in a couple of minutes, yes. And then that's when you say, "Hey, okay, so here are all the things that need to get accomplished so that we can, create really fun traditions for Easter for our kids. What parts of that do you think you could help with? Because it's a lot for me to tackle on my own," right? That would be a great way to ask for your partner's help or support. But sometimes you don't think of it. So let's say it's Easter morning and you are in the kitchen trying to start the rolls and get the meat going and like doing all the things, and your husband is like, lounging in bed still or something, right? I say husband, but it could be wife. Definitely happens both ways, right? So you're going to want to, number one, this is the most important part of this, is remember love. So it's easy when your emotions are like taking over and you're really frustrated to just come in and be like, "What the crap? Here I am in the kitchen, like busting it out, trying to make everybody's dreams come true on this holiday that's for all of us." And you're just laying there, right? Like that would be the temptation. I totally get it. But you're probably not going to get a really enthusiastic response by doing something like that. I'm on the main road now, so I'm going to turn around. So a better way is to stop for a moment and recognize what the problem is. Like, okay, I am trying to do all the things and I'm starting to feel frustrated because my partner isn't helping, but recognize that you haven't asked yet. So now I want you to do this one thing that I absolutely love. I think it's so important that you should always think about before you start talking to your spouse. And that's what I call remembering love. And remembering love has two parts. The first part is remember who you're talking to. You are about to go talk to the person you love most in the entire world, your partner, right? You love them, you live with them, so you want to talk to them in a way that projects that, right? I love you. We live together. We're trying to do this together, right? So the first part of remembering love is remember who you're talking to. And then the second part of remembering love is remember why you're speaking to them. And that is to make things better, right? You're frustrated. You want some help and support. And that's the reason why, like, you want this whole situation to be better for both of you. So remembering love is A, remembering who you're talking to, and 2, remembering why you're talking to them. So now in that better space where you're remembering love, I want you to go to your partner and I want you to say, hey, honey, happy Easter. Like, what an exciting day. There's so much going on. We're trying to get so much done for our family. And I would love some help and support in the kitchen. Here are the things that need to get done. What parts of those do you think that you could help with, right? The chances of your partner jumping up and being willing to help when you approach them in that way are so much higher. So I just wanted to talk about that for a moment this morning, and just it doesn't have to be a holiday. Those are just times when emotions run high, but it could be anything, like literally making dinner, cleaning up the kitchen, putting the kids to bed, doing bath time is sometimes a stressful situation, helping out with homework, all of these home things. My husband and I, we've become really good at tackling them together as a team, but that didn't happen by accident. It's been years and years of trial and error, and a lot of me especially asking for what I need, and then also listening to my husband when he asks me for things. Like, a lot of times I remember back in the day, well, it wasn't too long ago, actually. My husband used to get really, really, really frustrated when I was on my phone. And, there was stuff happening in the kitchen with the kids, and we were talking to them and things like that. And I was distracted on my phone. That used to happen a lot. In fact, we came up, I'll share this because this is fun. We came up with, and this came from, I forgot his name, but we used to say puffid, put your phone down. That's the initials, puffid. And so it just became kind of a fun thing in our family when somebody was on their phone and somebody was trying to get their attention, we would just say puffid instead of, why are you always on your phone? That's so annoying, and I can't ever talk to you when you're on your phone. You're never listening to me, right? We would just obviously that's going to create a lot of defensiveness and frustration. And so we just came up with this little acronym, puffid, put your phone down, meaning listen, I would love to have your attention right now. I have something really important to say to you, or I just kind of want you to listen to me and be here with me, live in real life. Put your phone down, right? So that is the two things I had to share with you. One is remembering love. So important when we're asking for something, for help, for support, from our partners. And 2, puffid. I love that. That's one of my favorite tips. If you're trying to get your child's attention, your spouse's attention, anybody's attention who is on their phone, instead of getting really upset and just starting to yell at them and letting your emotions just fly out of you, why not pick a little acronym like puffid, where you smile and go, oh yeah, sorry about that. Totally will give you my attention right now. Would love to hear what you have to say. So anyways, happy Monday. I have a full day of clients and interviews, and I'm so excited, but I wanted to make sure that I went on my walk today and that we chatted. Thank you guys so much for coming. Remember that while I'm live, there's a little, if you look down at the bottom of your screen, there's a little, it looks like a bubble, like a conversation bubble, and it has a little question mark inside. You can click on that and ask your questions, and I will answer them live. So also a book report The cover is fully designed. It's so exciting. We are 2 weeks to my son's wedding. The book won't be ready, so that's kind of sad. But what I'm going to do, I think, is print out a really cool picture of the cover and then write like a personalized letter to him and his wife on the back. That's my solution. And then obviously they will get one of the first copies of the book when it comes out. So exciting. So thanks for following that journey. Thanks for showing up on this Monday walk with me. And we will see you next week, same time, same place. Have a wonderful week, everyone.